camera.
Okay.
I mean a video.
Oh, I'm videoing.
You're on video.
All right.
Okay.
Oliver, this is your new septic system. And since they put the tank over here and bent the pipe in order to make sure that we've got access to the pipe in case it clogs up in the bend, they put a clean out here. And that's the importance of this clean out. You don't want to cut it off with your lawnmower. Just be careful with that. The pipe bends because the old tank used to be here. It would go straight into the old tank. Now it bends into the new tank. And this is the pipe coming in.
Do you think the old tank is still sitting there?
If it was done correctly, they would have had to have pulverized it. So there would be pieces of the old tank. And that's the way that they, in Connecticut, want you to abandon tanks. And that's okay because, like I said, nobody wants the other guy's tank or the other guy's sewage. You keep your own. The water's flowing in here well and good. So this is another good pipe access to, because A, this is where we want to pump from because most of your solids get in here, and B, this is good to ensure that your pipe is flowing well in case there's ever a clog up. And this third spot is the outlet pipe. Now the outlet pipe it's a little deformed, but that's common on a plastic tank. It's not structurally bad because they meant to do that. But they've got a nice riser on these things, so the access is good. They've got a filter on here. Now this filter would need to be hosed off when we clean the tank. So you would have to provide us a hose. And if you're going to build this area up anymore, because I see the ground sunk quite a bit, we might want to put another collar on here to build this up because you want quick access to this filter. You don't want to make a big mess. You can notice we made a little bit of a mess digging this up because it was a little deep. So I'll put that in the report. A little bit more. See, that was a less of a mess, but they've had some settling there. But again, this one, I think I'll raise this collar up a little because I want good access to that without destroying your yard too much.
And you walk where you think the pipe goes.
And the pipe
Bob is going to walk where he thinks the pipe goes.
The pipe comes out and then circles around and comes this way over to this brand new D-box. This distribution box, or they call them D-boxes, is new plastic and it's in good shape and you can see the water's flowing nicely.
Okay, but the water is coming in from the right, Bob. And it is, that orange one looks like it's stopped without any...
They don't have it, there's no pipe there.
Okay, but now there's a pipe going to the...
That's because this is trench now. It goes either direction.
So there's a trench going...
Both directions.
Both directions there.
Yes.
Okay.
And you took a picture of the plan, which will show...
So this is the first box in the plan.
That's correct.
And that other box that you opened up is one of the last boxes?
Correct. There's only 3 boxes,
okay.
but
Cool.
these...
I wasn't aware that this was the first. Okay.
This is the very first, and this is, and everything's in good shape here, and they actually replaced it. So,
and what do you think that is? Is that part of the sprinkler system?
This is the sprinkler system. Now, technically, sprinklers are supposed to be 10 feet from any part of a septic system, you just got to be careful with a sprinkler system because if they pop a leak, they can flood out your septic system. And so you should have some type of valve gauge inside the house that shows that the thing's leaking dramatically because you want to know that. We've had people fill their basements with...
We just get king-size puddles.
Yeah, you want a puddle. A puddle is better, but because you have a septic system here, it's not going to form a puddle. It's going to flood your system. That's why sprinklers and septic systems don't really get along.
So all this lawn over here, Oliver, is your trenches, and this is, if you look at my diagram that I am sending to you also, this is the last of your D-boxes.
This is the very last box.
And it is also clean and dry.
It's as clean and dry as the day it was put in.
It's old,
and
but it's
nice
brand new.
So concrete technically is supposed to last forever unless you drive over it with something heavy and break it, or it was not done right when it was made at the factory, which this was done right, or if you start introducing salts from a water softener. Salt draws the lime out of the concrete and then it separates it takes the strength out of the cement, which holds the sand and stone together, and that's why you get problems and have to replace tanks when they have water softeners in it. So, but the salt has not made it through the system, and that's good. So we're happy.
And that was that.
That's
and
your
that's
septic
Bob.
system. So good luck with everything. I'm happy with the septic system. I'll put a price in there to add one more riser to that outlet side of the tank. And we probably could add a riser to that distribution box while we're at it.
Okay.
Just so that we have access. So if he ever has to find that box, we don't have to make a
his
big
name?
mess. That's Jeff.
Jeff, wave.
Jeff, Keith, and TC, and Bob.
Oh, cool.